Hello, world. Welcome to episode 44 of the Jimmy Canz Show.
Welcome.
Prediction time. I'm Jimmy Canz, joined by Rodney. We're here.
Coach Rod.
Everyone. Now, before we get into it, rumors running on the internet right now. I guess they're a little more than rumors because Triple H did confirm we're supposed to be getting a new look for NXT with this show.
A new look. I wonder.
What exactly does that mean? Does that mean a new stage setup? Does that mean that they're going to do this takeover from the Thunderdome?
It's going to be the new Attitude Era.
I'm interested to see what they mean by new look.
Maybe they mean a new attitude.
No.
I know. He's talking about a set.
Yeah, he's talking about aesthetics-wise. He said it will be a new look. So, like I said, I don't know if that means because they haven't done any of the NXT things from the Thunderdome. You know what I mean? That they're going to move
as long as they keep the yellow and black, I'm on board.
No, I don't think it's going to be a color change. Yeah, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be, yeah. I mean, that's, what the brand is. I mean, that would be like them wanting to change, Raw, from red or change SmackDown from blue. They're not going to do that now. They've established a color palette.
Yeah, which is one that I like for the record.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm not sure exactly where we're going to be airing from, if it is going to be taking place from Full Sail or if they're going to move, to the Amway. I'm not sure exactly, but, it's a takeover. It's a 5-match card as always. So let's kick it off. First, we'll discuss the North American Championship matchup. Champion, Archer of Infamy, Damien Priest, defending against the Gargano way, Johnny Gargano. Who you got, Rod?
I'm going with Damien Priest to retain.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think it helps him a lot to get this win over Johnny, and I think he's kind of hot right now. I think this is also a belt that I don't really see much benefit in Johnny having. Mm-hmm. So I think it's more to help Damien than anything. Johnny doesn't lose anything by losing to Damien Priest here.
Right, and I agree. And like I said, and Damien just won it at the previous, at TakeOver 30. So this is his first TakeOver defense. Doesn't make a lot of sense to take it off of him. They just put it on him.
Exactly.
So I doesn't, from a story standpoint, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And then, the other, caveat to kind of use in your determination is, last night, Johnny got the upper hand. Usually whoever has the upper hand
on the go home show
usually doesn't end up on top at the actual event. Yeah. So next up, we'll discuss the Cruiserweight Championship. Champion Santos Escobar taking on challenger Isaiah Swerve Scott.
I like that Swerve. For whatever reason, that Swerve is just is pulling my attention. Mm-hmm. I feel like this would be a nice little place to kind of do a title change. Mm-hmm. So I'm going with Isaiah.
I agree with you, and here's my rationale on it. Why I think they're going to flip it is technically Escobar is the interim champion because Devlin was the champion when the whole pandemic hit. And was stuck over, in the UK, which he still is. But now that the UK is operating again, I think it's going to lead to a kind of champion versus champion, so that, to determine the undisputed cruiserweight champion. And Devlin's a heel, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have a heel versus heel, to determine it. So you got to get it on a babyface.
Got you.
I'm going to say, Isaiah, and then I'm going to say it's not too long after this that Devlin's going to return.
Yes. Okay. So Isaiah with that that's sort of a little hint in the background.
Right. Yeah. Isaiah's going to take it from Escobar, and it's going to lead to the Devlin return, and then those two will face off to crown the one and only champion.
I can dig it.
So our only non-title bout on the card. Big old grudge match. You got old time splitter Kushida taking on the Velveteen Dream.
So I went back and forth with this one a little bit. for some reason, I don't have any logic either. It's just some reason. I think Velveteen needs this win more than Kushida. So I feel like Velveteen, with everything that's kind of been going on, just overall with him, I think Velveteen kind of needs this more than Kushida.
I mean, I'm not arguing with you on that aspect, but I'm going to differ from you on the outcome. Yes. I'm going to go with Kushida on this one, simply because of what they're doing with his character right now, where he's a little edgier, a little less forgiving, a little more vicious, and everything. So I think it might lead to a Kushida Priest encounters down the line for the North American.
And do we know if Velveteen is out of the doghouse, or is he still kind of got stuff going on? I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't think he was ever really in the doghouse. I think a lot of that kind of all transpired over the summer. It coincided with him getting in a car accident, which kind of wasn't a major accident, but it all kind of happened right when that stuff was going around, and I think he was nursing some bumps and bruises and everything from that, and during the investigation, so to speak, because they flat out said, we looked into this, we didn't see anything with it. So I don't think that's just a a public facing type of thing. I think they legitimately it just was circumstances that kind of happened right around that same time that took him off TV, and everybody thought it was because of the other. So
Gotcha.
All right. Next up, the NXT Women's title. Champion, Genius of the Sky, Io Shirai, taking on the Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae.
I think Io retains. I think I just don't feel like there's going to be major title changes. Not to spoil my next pick.
I agree with you. I think Io retains in this one. Like I said, to me, it goes back to the, whoever kind of remains standing tall on the go-home show usually doesn't come out on top in the actual event, which, Johnny and Candice were standing tall last night, so I don't think either one will be come Sunday.
Yes.
And in the main event, member of the Undisputed Era, Mr. Kyle O'Reilly, challenging against the Prince, Finn Bálor.
Yeah, I gave this away last pick, but I think Finn retains. Everything, there's nothing when I look at this that says that Kyle O'Reilly gets the win.
I mean, to me, I think I agree with you. I think Finn retains. Again, he just won the title. Recently, this is his first defense. Doesn't make any sense taking it off of him at this point. Which leads us to kind of our last pick, which isn't a match, and that is this mystery return, because I think the person coming back is who you're going to really want to insert into the title picture. What is kind of ambiguous right now in this return is, the way it's filmed and the distorted voice, it's unclear whether or not this is a male superstar coming back or a female superstar coming back.
Okay.
Like I said, if you go through the list of former champions, both men's and women's, that are still signed to the company, there's a lot that you check off, as no, it's not going to be them right away. I mean, like I said, you go down the list. Seth, nope, not going to be him. Big E, nope, not going to be him. Sammy, nope, not going to be him. KO, nope. Samoa Joe, nope. Bobby Roode just came back. He's on Raw. McIntyre, nope. Andrade, really don't think so. Nakamura, no. Aleister Black, no. Keith Lee just called up. So to me, from a male standpoint, that leaves one guy. Do you believe? I believe.
Bo Dallas. With a new character? With a new character or?
A bit of a new character. I mean,
more intense of the last one.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it like with the vignettes that they've been, doing to hype the return. I think he's gonna have a bit more of an edge to him. I don't think he's going to be the cheesy, grinning Bo that he was his last go around in NXT. I mean, and like I said, if it's a female superstar, there's really only one, former NXT Women's Champion that would make any sense to bring back to NXT because, you go down the list of, the former NXT Women's Champion, Paige.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, her career's done unless she had a miracle healing like Edge. Charlotte, no. Sasha, no. Bayley, no. Asuka, no. Shayna, no. That leaves Ember Moon.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be a female superstar, so I'm going with Bo. What do you got?
So, before that tremendous breakdown, I thought I had it all figured out. I'm going to stick with what I originally thought.
Okay.
And here's why. I'm going to stick with Keith Lee.
They're going to bring Keith back to NXT.
I think, and here's how you make it make sense, is they're really, to your point, it's Bo Dallas is a great, it's probably going to be Bo. But the thinking with Keith is Finn feels like he's way too powerful for everybody on that show.
Uh-huh.
So I don't even think Bo Dallas coming back is going to feel powerful enough for that Prince character to lose to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To even really consider, like, for people to feel like he may even lose, because I watch a lot of boxing, mm-hmm. and that's kind of what fighters build their star on, is if the guy, you have to have some fights where people don't know that you're going to win.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like the Bo Dallas character presents that element. Even if they brought it back with an edge, even if he's come back as Stone Cold Steve Austin, I just don't think that he's been Bo Dallas long enough in front of us in this company where I think that the Keith Lee character seems like something that would be more of a superhero showdown with Finn. Then maybe and he went up on the main roster and maybe got exposure to come back down to be a viable opponent for that level. Because Finn Bálor, like I said, he's a much bigger character than NXT. No,
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why they brought him back to.
Yeah, like I said, I think my rationale, like I said, I think this is going to be a different Bo. So I think it will work. I mean, he was a very lengthy champion, and he'll be kind of fresh, I think, to a lot of people. Because I don't think a lot of people, were as familiar with him during his NXT run, because that was prior to NXT, being on the network, prior to it even, obviously going to USA. So not as many people saw him in his NXT run.
Okay.
And he's been off TV for so long right now, too.
So let me ask you this. Could he, in my thinking, I'm thinking of Finn as more of a superhero entity. Mm-hmm. Could Bo come back? Because his brother is down with the crazy characters. Could he come back with something super extreme? Like with super, not specifically just a ghost or. Yeah,
I know what you're saying, but I mean, you've seen the vignettes they're doing, right?
No, I haven't seen a lot of the Bo Dallas vignettes.
Well, we don't know who it is. The return vignettes.
Okay.
Is what I'm giving you. You have you seen any of the return vignettes?
No, I've missed those.
It's got the person you always see him from behind, and everything. They're in a leather jacket with a motorcycle helmet. They're riding a motorcycle. They had a steel bar at one point in time. So it's going to be a lot different of a character regardless of who it happens to be. It's going to be a different character for that individual, just based on kind of what you're seeing in these vignettes. And I will I'll give you a caveat here real quick too, in case you maybe want to think about changing your mind,
mm-hmm.
and everything. The vignettes, the person does not have Keith Lee's build.
His silhouette. That's help me cheat on the test.
Yeah.
Help me cheat on the test.
So just throwing that out there for you. And like I said, is it a red herring? I don't know. You know, is the person in the vignettes actually the person that's returning? I don't know. But just throwing that out there for you.
Yeah, there's a bit. So I can have all the information.
Yeah.
So I can have all the
educated decisions.
I like it. I appreciate that, man.
So you sticking with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna ride.
You gonna ride it? Okay.
Yeah, it'll be more fun this way.
All right. So those are our guesses for this weekend's TakeOver 31. Play along. Put your picks down below as well. Give the channel a like, a share, and subscribe. Wherever you are, we hope you're doing well. Take care of one another, and we will see you when we see you.
Y'all take it easy.